Do you want to address what Camille brought up about PK at dinner?
She was threatening.
I didn't trust you. I didn't know where you were getting all this money from. I know things for certain.
You can give me whatever you want, Camille. Whatever
you want
think.
me to.
She was getting very aggressive, and she just kept threatening. I know he owes money to someone, he owes money, and I'm protecting you.
Don't you dare threaten me, sweetheart.
I'm not
Let me
threatening.
tell you
I'm protecting you.
You're a little snake.
I'm trying to protect you.
Oh, Camille.
It was designed to hurt me, to embarrass,
designed to make you look bad.
to look bad.
But at the same
Like what the f are you talking about?
PK had a heart-to-heart with me. He started opening up by saying that he had fallen on hard times.
I'm the kid who grew up in a normal place and ended up a billionaire out of nowhere. And now I got taken down, because if you get too big for your boots, you get taken down. So you have to ride that.
You know, and I see Dorit running around with very, very expensive clothes. We're talking about some of her tops could be $2,000 to $3,000, and the pants $2,000 to $3,000. There's a $6,000, you know, outfit, not including the diamonds and the shoes. I question that. I question, like, how can you afford that? And she's acting like, oh, you're so horrible. I mean, give me a break here. Get over it. Come on. I mean, you know, I'm not the only one questioning this. The other girls are questioning it too, but they're not saying it.
You know, I couldn't understand where the animosity was coming from, and then none of that has anything to do with you.
No.
Or your relationship with Camille.
No.
She's not responsible for her husband, you know, believe me. You know, it was just something that was just, in my opinion, way off base.
PK's affairs and whoever's coming out trying to say he owes him money, that is from another lifetime ago. It's way before me. It's way before his bankruptcy. It's at the height. And, you know, unfortunately, when you become public, they come out of the woodworks, and that's exactly what's happening. There is far more to the story than what people think that they know. And there's a lot that I can't say, obviously, because it's in the hands of lawyers and where it should be. As far as engaging or trying to speak on that matter, it's not something I'm going to entertain. It's not my place. It's got to belong where it belongs, in the court of law. And you can assure that we have a court of law for a very good reason. I've now been in a place with Camille.
That's different,
Oh, too many times, where she's very nice to my face. We have a lot of conversations on and off camera. And then when I turn my back, she's saying something horrific about me. And it's just like, okay, what is your agenda here, honey? I don't know why. Maybe she thinks I'm an easy target. I don't know, but really? Claw at me. Well, let me tell you something. Scratch a tiger's nose, okay? Just be careful.
So Teddi got pretty plastered in Provence.
Teddi getting plastered.
She's so horrified by that, too, by the way.
Out of my bed now.
No. We're going night-night. No, we're not having a chip.
Get down.
Go sleep.
No.
You gotta go to bed. You gotta go to bed.
No, I can't. I'm very busy.
Teddi kept saying, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the dinner last night. I'm like, you were at the dinner.
To me, the worst thing in the world is the unknown. There is nothing worse in the world than the unknown, and that's what I'm living with. Honestly, all this puppygate is nothing. I just want to get to Provence. To that time frame, any human that would talk to me, I wanted to try to recap the night before. I mean, I didn't let it go. Shockingly, I didn't let it go. I asked Kyle, I asked Rinna, I asked Dorit, I asked everybody on the crew.
Yeah.
It's weird. Everyone got their tongue. Edwin goes, I knew there was a situation because you called me somewhere between 16 and 36 times.
Well, after your wedding, you have a dinner with the ladies. They felt sort of betrayed that you said you were disappointed Lisa didn't show up to your wedding. But then the People magazine story came out.
An article came out in People magazine where Camille is professing her eternal gratefulness to Lisa Vanderpump, being such a good friend.
She could have warned us at the breakfast we just had.
Exactly. 2 hours before it was posted.
She should have been here, to be here for me and to dismiss all of this. Can I say how pissed off I was about that. The first half of that People magazine article that they were reading happened before I even left for Hawaii. It happened before my wedding. It happened before Lisa showed up or didn't show up. I can be disappointed that Lisa didn't show up for my wedding and not be mad at her. Yeah, I miss her. It would have been nice for her to come. Yes, I am disappointed, but I understand it because she lost her brother and she's going through a lot.
So
You can have both of those feelings. Even if I said something nice about Lisa, so what? So what? So what? Why get after me? This is about my wedding. Have a heart, girls. Support me and my marriage and my nuptials. They should be happy for me that I just got married after the horrible experience I went through with my divorce. I went through an awful divorce, and I went through cancer, and I didn't choose to be a victim. It happened.
And at no point were you mad at Lisa for not coming to your...
I don't remember being really so mad at Lisa. I think the girls wanted me to be mad.
Weddings are such a great way to bring people together. It's about celebration, it's about love, and I always feel like no matter what's going on, you show up. You just celebrate somebody's wedding who you've been a friend of for a very long time. She doesn't have an issue with you right now.
No, she has no issue with me.
Why isn't she here?
I agree. Lisa Rinna wanted me. You could see her. She wanted me to follow her along. Like she was leading me into this emotion that she was feeling. She wanted me to jump on that, but I wasn't. I was going in it halfway because that's not how I felt. I felt for Lisa. Like I said, I've had great empathy for what she was going through. I understood it. Can I be disappointed at the same time? Yes. Do I miss her presence there because she's fun to be with? Yes. But do I understand she's going through a lot? Yes. And I can also understand the girls' frustration about them. They're frustrated about her. I understand that they were frustrated. And maybe that comes off wishy-washy to them. But this was my wedding. Put the pettiness aside.
Did you know Camille's assistant, Scott?
I did. He used to call me fabulous, and he'd always answer the phone the same way. So I always used to kind of tease him over that. I think her relationship with Scott was probably similar to my relationship with Rosia. Somebody that's with you every day, and they become very, very important to you. And I know she was in a bad state over losing Scott, because he was like her anchor, her right hand, and he died suddenly, and the house was burnt down. And I've tried to check up on her and talk to her, and it's a hard thing to go through for her. Even though it wasn't family, it was, I think, still very sad for her.
My assistant who worked for me, Scott McLean, who was there for me for years. He worked for me over 22 years. He was Kelsey's assistant. He stayed with me through the divorce. He just said, Camille, I love you, and I feel that your family is my family. So he stayed on with me, and I was so blessed to have him all these years.
Was his death sudden?
Yes. His health was deteriorating, but I didn't know when he was leaving my house to fly to Vegas to see his, significant other. He hugged me really tight, made sure he said goodbye to me. I didn't realize that that was going to be the end of it. I thought he was coming back, He would say to me, if I was to leave this planet, I've done everything I've ever wanted to do here. He goes, I have love in my life. I have you to thank for amazing experiences, for your friendship, for your support, for your love. Scott traveled with us. He said, I would have never had these experiences if it wasn't working for you, and even working for Kelsey years ago. So when he was talking to me about this months ago, I thought, well, maybe he's sick, because he's trying to let me know in a way that if something happens, he's resigned to maybe the end of his life. He knew it was coming. Wow. But maybe that was his way of trying to let me know. So I was still grieving the loss of losing my assistant 2 days before the fires came. And Scott was so much a part of that house. You know, when Scott was gone, you know, the next day I go into the kitchen and I expect to see him there in the kitchen or sitting in the family room. You know, he loved watching the Hallmark Channel and Bravo and other shows, but I just missed him so much, and he was so much a part of that house because he helped me put that house together after my divorce and helping me through custody battles, the hardship and the heartbreak of divorce. He was like a big brother. My daughter and my son both said when he was gone that it's like losing kind of like a surrogate dad, and he was gone. As devastating the loss has been, we were able to talk about it before, but I didn't realize it was coming so soon.
In France, Kyle and Teddi, I mean, it seems like they regretted confronting you.
I'm not surprised that Kyle and Teddi would be regretful.
Yeah, because I'm sure
I think it came very much out of nowhere, and I felt like it was unfair.
Well, you need to say what you just said to me to Erika.
What did I say?
That you don't think that Erika's having fun with us.
I did say that, yes.
What are you talking about? I've had the best time.
I don't think you enjoy being with us.
I don't.
It was unfair for Erika.
Can I tell you
And
something? I feel like it's silly. I mean, the whole thing is so dumb.
It is.
I can't even be mad at either one of them. It's so stupid.
My true feeling was when she seems upset or when she seems unhappy, that I take it as like, well, then she's not having fun with us. And I take it personally. But I truly did learn from it, like, listen, if somebody's not feeling the day, it's really not up to me to make everything better for them. Erika and I have really done a complete change from last year. Like, she's somebody that I value her opinion. I think that she's that person that really reaches out if something big happens in your life. She's aware.
Yeah. Listen, I'm someone you earn my trust and my friendship, and then when I'm there, I'm there. And
Yeah.
she knows.
I do, and I you know, sorry. I know because I've been in that place, and I know that you get it. She's actually one of the warmest, I mean, a real girl's girl, someone that you can really trust.
I'm that person you call in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Because I'll pick up the
Yes.
phone and be like, hold on a second,
Yes.
I'll be right over. I
Yes.
will be like, hold on, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yes.
And you feel that way for Teddi
Yes, if
and
Teddi
Kyle.
needed me, she could call on me and I will be there for her. I think that she knows that.
I regret the whole situation.
I regret that too.
And I've honestly probably talked to her about it to death at this point. Like, I'm really sorry.
I don't believe you, Teddi.
You've seen the text. No, I mean, it was a thing.
Well, I think it's cool that when I met you, I mean, you still have 2 very small children, but you have jumped right back into creating and designing and doing your own thing your own way. And that's very commendable. So you should feel very good about that. Going from swimwear for women to kids to athleisure. And, you know, it's nice to watch you grow.
Thank you.
It's nice
Thank
to watch
you.
you
I
grow
appreciate
and
that.
watch your, you know, your creative self blossom again.
Yes. Yeah. And you know, that is the fun part for me because it's something that a lot of people don't know. I mean, I had a full career, my own business before I was a mother and a wife.
You lived in Asia, you lived in Europe,
Yes.
you lived everywhere.
I lived everywhere. And, you know, I put that on hiatus to start a family, and then I really jumped back into it. And it was like riding a bike. You know, it was just second nature for me. And it's been fun. It's been fun watching this little baby that I've birthed grow, you know, and continue to nurture it. And I'm very excited for the future.
Thanks for watching. Click right here to subscribe to the Bravo channel.
And click here to watch more videos from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.